Hello, BookShark BootCamp. Let me make sure my mic is working properly. Hold on just a second. Let's see. Oh, my light went out. Goodness, having lots of trouble here. Can I get that back on? Who doesn't want a little brightness in their life? All right. Okay.
All right, you guys. Happy Monday. This is session 2 for BookShark Bootcamp 2026 live Q&A. I am your host, Jana Cook. I am your community manager. I'm also the host of our podcast. I have been really busy working on our 200th episode, which is a compilation of all of our advisors and convention reps coming together and giving you guys the inside scoop to their BookShark journey. That will be released August 11th. That is the second Tuesday of the month. If you are interested in listening to a podcast, we do have 199 episodes that you can get caught up on. The podcast is called Homeschool Your Way. It is sponsored by BookShark. Today's Q&A session is about setting up your BookShark binder. I hope that you guys have had a lot of fun opening up those instructor's guides, flipping through the different sections, reading the quick start guide and section 3 and reading through section 4 and seeing what you guys are going to be busy with in this next school year, the 36 weeks of BookShark. I know I love the beginning of every year, whether I was in elementary school, homeschooling, high school, and especially when I went into college. I loved getting the syllabus of each and every one of my classes, getting excited about what was going to be gone over, all the things that were expected of me. I wish to share that excitement with you as you guys get ready for your coming year with BookShark. So our only question that was posted, and if you guys have another question, please let me know. I should be able to see your comments here. I'm going to double check both sides, all of our live stream. If I miss it, I'll make sure to mention it on the next time too. I will do my best, but I do want to say that, hold on just a second, let me mute that. Okay. I do want to say that I love answering you guys' questions. I actually spent some time with a parent this morning on the phone, just talking through what it could look like if she ordered BookShark for this year for her 2 students. I would love to impart a pro tip to all of you parents out there, okay? That if you are truly a planner and you want to know, not only you ordered this year and you already got your order and now you're getting it set up and you're getting excited, but you want to know what the coming years could look like. I caution you. I caution you because if you plan out in too much detail, too far forward into the future, you may lose out on enjoying what you have right here, but also it may be wasted energy because so much is changing in our society every single day. So, with that being said, I do want to say that as you're looking forward, we have advisors who can help you kind of plan out or map out the next couple of years of your homeschool if you are with BookShark. But I would just hold that plan loosely. I'm going to say the same thing about this year. Hold your plan loosely. So many things can take a turn, and they're not necessarily bad things. There may be a different opportunity that arises for you and your students. There may be times where you can, you're just going to have to roll with the punches that life gives you. Sickness comes, family comes into town, schedules change, job changes. That is the beauty of homeschool, is the flexibility. And I would argue one of the beautiful things about BookShark's homeschooling, because it is so flexible. So we give you those 36 weeks. We give you day 1 through 4. We don't date them. We don't have you guys answer to us as to when you start or when you end. Some people school year round. Some people build in really longer breaks in between the school year. And some people follow a traditional school schedule. We're going to talk about all of that in the coming sessions. But I did just want to encourage you, as you're setting up that binder, and you're thinking about your schedule and what this year is going to look like, get excited. We are definitely going to plan out, but also everything just hold loosely because you want to be able to experience the learning with your kids as it happens and not get so boxed in with the instructor's guide or the schedule that you miss out on opportunities that are going to arise. And I promise they will. So The question that was posed in our 2026 boot camp for session 2 was to homeschool parents who have used and completed BookShark in the past. And her question was a very valid one. She wanted to know if it was ever okay or if we skipped books that either A, you didn't have time for, or B, your kids didn't like. And we had a great response by Jimena. She is the former host of Homeschool Your Way podcast and one of our convention reps. So if you were in Arizona just this last weekend, you would have seen Jimena. She was also in California this year with me. She's been a homeschool parent. She just graduated her second and last child through high school. But she was just explaining, and I'm going to go ahead and explain as well, that with the flexibility of BookShark, you do have a plethora of books. Not only if you are doing reading with history, you have a language arts, you have science, lots and lots of books, you guys. If there is a book that you just don't get into, it's okay. If it's something, you have to also be okay with not doing the work that goes along with the book that you don't like. So be mindful of that. I will say that I always gave my girls a veto, one book each semester, and that typically was an independent reader book. So if they didn't like, they had to read a certain amount of pages. If they didn't like it, they had to tell me why. They then had to choose a book that they were going to read in place of, and it could have been any book for fun. I didn't care. They just had to be reading. We would cross that writing assignment off for that book, and then we would pick up in the schedule where that book ended and a new book begun. Told my girls, use that veto wisely, because if you use it too early on in the semester, you're not going to be able to use it later on. That was my personal way that I chose to do it with my girls. You guys can make your own rules. You are in charge. You're the captain of the ship of homeschooling, and BookShark is just here to support you. So don't get too caught up if you get behind and you have to close a book to get back onto schedule. You just have to pick up the next book. All of that is fine. We ended up doing that several times throughout the years of BookShark. And I would say maybe 50% of the time we ended up picking up that book either during a break, and then it ended up being like one of our favorite books, or we finished it in the summer, or we just chose it for summer reading or break when we had a break. So just know that, yes, there will be times when you're going to have to just put a book down for a number of reasons. And that is okay. We grant you permission to make this curriculum your own. So if you are in a high school and you're worried about, well, if my child doesn't do the whole curriculum, is it the whole credit? I really describe BookShark as a buffet. It is a feast. And while at a buffet, you are welcome to eat every single thing and gorge yourself to your heart's content. You're also able to pick and choose what you want to eat and how deep you want to go and how fulfilled you want to be in that dish. Same thing goes for BookShark. You get to choose if your child is really excited about a topic or a book and they want to read the next book if it's in a series, or they love the author, then go ahead and let them read that next book. We want to have an adventure of learning. BookShark is really designed to create lifelong learners, not just information gatherers. And I hope that as you get into this curriculum and you start to see the methodology behind what we do and why we do the things that we do, that truly is our heart. And the one thing that I love, one of the many things I love about this product, and that's why I used it for 9 years in my home. It's why I'm here now helping you get ready for your year with BookShark. It is flexible and it is geared to help you guide your child in their learning. Now, if you have more specific questions